I'm coming home, baby. You already know we're going to get it popping. Look, I got to go uptown and see a couple people. Then I'm going to circle back with you. We're going to link. Yeah, I'm going to be with Putin tonight. He got some bitches lined up. Yeah, they traded me. I don't know. Some dude, basketball player. It's a what? America's doing what? Fuck you mean? Nah, yo, you always bullshitting, man. Yo, you funny dude, man. Nah, you know who I think it is, though? Pete Davidson. Yeah, the guy that was with Kanye's wife and took her to Staten Island. I think it's him. All right, look, we're back in business. Get everything loaded up, set up, and let everybody know I'll be at the military base, the office on Monday. All right, dog. Yo, good talking to you. See you soon. All right, baby. Later. World peace.
So Brittney Griner is free, y'all. Brittney Griner is out of jail. Remember, we were on a campaign to free Brittney, free BG. We had the homie Kang on the pod, gave us a little in-depth analysis about who she was as just a student, because they went to the same high school, and we got, like I said, we had a couple of corroborations on who Brittney was, but she free now, and I was just, I took it upon myself to do a little bit of research on the situation and the nigga that America traded for her, right? So we talked about it. Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, however you pronounce that shit. My man is known as the Merchant of Death. Now, Drvgz, I know you know about this. You play 2K and shit. You know the trade override feature when you're playing in the season? When you might propose a trade for like a player that is clearly not an equal. And the CPU, the computer, they'll deny the shit, but you got the option. If you have the option on, you can be like, nah, fuck that, trade override, and the trade will go through right away. This is for sure. This is for sure what Biden and them niggas did on this occasion. Because, boy, I pulled the stats up, and the stats do not equal up, my brother. So I just wanted to go through a little bit of the greatest hits, I could say, for each of these individuals that were traded for one another. I wanted to see if y'all brothers wanted you know what I mean, wanted to see what I came up with, man. So
they traded a WNBA player for a nigga that made weapons for the Decepticons.
Let me give you a little backstory of who this man is and the comparison. So let's start with Brittney, right? We got Brittney Griner, Houston's own, H-Town, 32 years old, standing at 6'9", 6'9", alias BG. She was charged with, in Russia, she was charged with drug smuggling. She was sentenced this year to 9 years, She was detained back in February. That was before we started this pod, fellas. So BG, as long as we've been doing this pod, she been in custody, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's about 10 months now, close to 10. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy to think about that. In Russian prison, that can't be the easiest, man. Especially coming like from America, you a WNBA player. You probably have a little bit of a better experience in life than the average American. So 10 months in Russian prison got to be tough. Brittney Griner was a number 1 overall draft pick, 2013. You know what I'm saying? WNBA champion, 8-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ. NBA, NCAA champion. She's like the top 0.1% of her profession. She's the best of the best. And then you got the person she got traded for, man. 55-year-old Victor Bout, a.k.a. the Merchant of Death, standing at 5'11". The charge he was guilty of was guilty of conspiracy to kill Americans. Let me read that again. Guilty of conspiracy to kill Americans. That was his charge. That was what he was doing time for. My man got convicted in April 2012. So, he already did like 10 of them joints. Brittney did 10 months. That nigga did 10 years, nigga. A little bit of his stats. One of the world's most infamous arms dealers, sentenced to 25 years. He got caught selling weapons to Colombians with the purpose of these weapons, and I quote, being used to kill American citizens. That was the purpose of this deal that he worked. You know what I mean?
I don't know. You know how America like to fabricate shit. They probably said that, put that on file to make it sound crazy.
No, brother. Trust me, I I didn't use any American sources to find this research. I was checking BBC, nigga, motherfucking. Like, you know, I did extensive research, brother. Because I when I do research nowadays, I make sure I pay attention to who's the source, who's quoting. Nah, this is facts. This is so much facts that in 2007 there was a book made about this nigga, about his crimes, and he got his start from the 90s. So that means he been on the map for a while, bro. Like he ain't just get started. Like they made a book about him in 2007 about shit he did. 10 years earlier.
Traded a WNBA player for the evil Tony Stark.
Bro, with that ass, a nigga. Oh, man. So, I mean, I think the trade might have been a little fair. What y'all niggas think? I mean,
hell no.
2-time scoring champion, bro. Like, that gotta stand for something.
Free the nigga that could blow up the whole stadium she playing.
Shit is crazy, bro. I was just like, yo. Shout out to Brittney for being home.
I'm glad she's home. I'm glad she's out. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
I wonder who asked the He Kiss to be a part of that trade. What he say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all.
We've been getting clowned, bro. America been getting clowned. It's even more funny now, probably because the World Cup is going on. So every country is on the world stage right now for a sport. But that also, with that comes like a camaraderie and pride in your country. So for your country to do some shit like this while that's going on, it's like, not the best representation, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brittney, though. Free Brittney. What y'all niggas think she did as soon as she got home? You know what I mean? Did she smoke some za or she bust some cheeks? What y'all think? You said she did what?
I said she went strap shopping.
Nah, that's hilarious.
That's funny as fuck, nigga.
I mean, I think you probably went, probably got some good food, man. Probably got high as hell.
Word, she rolled up a backwood.
I mean, at this point, bro, I did 10 joints. I did 10 months in Russian prison for some za. I gotta come out and smoke some za, bro. Fuck it.
Finest.
The finest of za, my nigga. Cookies, bro. Top shelf.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Brittney, though. I'm glad you out of jail, but I mean, you know the thing on Twitter now is this memes going around before she got out where it's like that classic meme of Homer Simpson laying down in bed smiling on the pillow, and the caption says how Brittney Griner would be asleep knowing that I was in Russian prison. Basically saying like, yo, if I was in her shoes, she wouldn't give a fuck. Why the fuck do I care?
Hey.
Man, as a human being, it's like that shit sucks, but like, hey, it wasn't me. On my shaggy shit, it wasn't me. No, you come in the counter.
To trade her for son that was in that 007 movie is crazy though.
Nigga. That nigga was in the 007. He was the typical any movie we ever watched in Hollywood, a depiction of a bad guy. He was that real life version of that nigga. Like, this was not a movie at all. He was really doing that shit.
Boy, literally is the Joker.
I talked about heroes and villains earlier, nigga. Metro album. He's a villain. If there's any real life villains in the world, he can be considered a villain. For sure, nigga.
Still on your block, you niggas know what it is, homie. The fifth on me, I smear bullets at your rail, homie. Put a stack up, or call for backup. It's still HBU, heartbreak, or get cracked up. Money I chase, fuck clearing it out the bank. My niggas run up and chase, duck take the staff, get the cash, then we escape. Agree with me? If you don't, then go some balls, nigga. Focus on what you got, never dwell on your loss, nigga. Life is hard for a young black man selling drugs. Fuck a hoe just because.